then we answer the last minute question we missed last month. And at the last minute, Tony Dunlop, hi Tony, asks a question about a new Guise printing. Maybe this could go into Please Hold. According to Cerebus Downloads, Guise has been remastered, yet a remastered edition has never been actually printed. So would a new printing of Guise be the remastered version offered in print form for the first time? Seems like that would be worth mentioning. And then Matt says, do you want to read the Matt says part?
Well, see, Tony, as physical phone books aren't real money makers for AV, Dave probably won't be doing a full printing unless Diamond agrees to order a bunch, quote, thousands of copies.
Well said. Well said. And we're at the situation of Diamond also hasn't said anything about the Cerebus volume, Cerebus number 1 volume, which has been out of print for quite a long time now. So if there's a place where they're going to crack and go, okay, here's how many we're willing to take. You figure out what the cover price would be on that for us getting that many, and that's how many we're interested in taking. They also closed a bunch of warehouses, so it's no longer just printed marquee, and they can just take it across the St. Lawrence to Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh is closing, and consequently, we're now in a situation where everything that goes to Diamond needs to be shipped from wherever it's printed. It's everything is going through Olive Branch, I believe, which is in Mississippi. And so that means it's no longer the incentive to print at marquee because you don't have to pay real shipping. It's just going across St. Lawrence to Plattsburgh, and Diamond breaks it down there. So that's going to add a fair amount of expense there, where if Diamond does get interested and says, okay, we're now at the point where we want to talk about getting the Cerebus volume in some quantity, then that has to be figured out and factored in terms of, well, do we just print these at Studio Comics Press in Kitchener, since we're going to have to ship them to Mississippi anyway, and Kitchener to Mississippi, or Montreal area, Val d'Or, straight down to Mississippi. Not a whole lot of difference. So at this point, getting back to you, Tony, if I did ask Rolly to ask Alfonso when he was in there, individual copies. If we're just printing one copy of any of the Cerebus trade paperbacks that have been remastered and you've got digital files for, how much does it cost to print one of those? And I got a list of the 3 or 4 titles that are out of print and a price quote on each of them. And I can't find it. I brought it in the house. Rolly brought it back here. I brought it in the house, and can't find it. I keep forgetting to ask Rolly about it. Can you get that information again? I apologize for losing it. Hoping that I will run across it at some point. So the answer for you, Tony, would be, if you're looking for the remastered Guise printing, or if anybody else is looking for the remastered Guise printing, we're probably not in a situation of having enough interest to do a Kickstarter, because it's going to be expensive, whatever it costs to print. Probably print like 10 of them at the most, with the idea that, okay, this is for the hardcore Swordfish Cerebus fans who really, really want one of these and are listening right now and actually follow all of the action on A Moment of Cerebus. Okay, if you you want one of these, it's probably not going to happen through Diamond for a long time, and I can't really see a business case for it on Kickstarter. So here's what it would cost to get a remastered Guys. Let's specifically talk about that title because that's the one that you're asking about. And so that would be, now what can I add to the package that isn't going to add a lot of money to the shipping cost on it, but will increase the likelihood of somebody going, yeah, I'll take one of those. If you're talking about it's, a remaster printing is going to cost 50 US or 75 US. I'm not even narrowing it down on that yet. But wait, there's more. We'll also throw in, a copy of the Guy's Party Pack, which we still got a lot of. We'll throw in, some Guy's back issues, all autographed. One of the things that I have been, that I did come up with and trying to get back to, and Rolly took a picture of it, so I think you got the picture, was I came up with the postcard jigsaw puzzle, which is the Spawn 10 script cover. What if this was printed full size, but chopped down into postcard size, so that you got it turned out to be, I think, 8 postcards. 8 postcards covered the full cover, as same thing as an artist edition. Here, you want to see what the actual original artwork looks like, actual size, and printed in color, so that you can see all the pencil and staining and blue pencil and all that good stuff. And chopped it down, and it looks really good. It's easy to ship. You can ship that with a book, and it's not going to make the book bigger. And it's actually a lot of fun. It's like you look at them as postcards, and you go, "Wow, those are really, really cool postcards." And then you put them out on the table, and it forms the huge image. And then right away, you want to scoop them all up as postcards again. Probably would do that with the original art or the Guy's trade paperback cover. So it would be, you'll never be able to afford the Guy's trade paperback original art cover, and I couldn't afford to ship you a full-size print, but I can ship you a postcard puzzle of it. So that's where the thinking is on that right now. I wish I had my pen here with me. I've got all of my papers and stuff, but I took the pen into the other office to write somebody a note. I will make a note for myself. Remember to ask Rolly, what is the cost for an individual copy of Guys? And he also quoted on, I think, 50 of them. That if there was, if we could get an order of 50, that brought the price down. It brought the price down by maybe about 10 Canadian. It wasn't a substantial drop, but it was a drop. Any drop in this day and age is appreciated for anybody buying anything, as we're all becoming aware. So that's where it's sitting right now, Tony. If you don't hear any more about this on the next Please Hold, and Matt can maybe remind me, then definitely it's time to start bearing down on Grandpa and go, Grandpa, you need to figure this out. If I think we can put together 50 swordfish people, 50 please hold for days 10 people who would be willing to go, oh, yeah, if you're talking about a package like that, and, you can keep it to 75 US or whatever, I'll take one of those. And then, we wait and find out, okay, we don't want to have 5 people that go yes, and then I got to eat 45 of them. But, if we get 30 people who say yes, and we end up having 20 on hand, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Well, is Guys actually been remastered, though? Because if I remember right, it's listed as being remastered, but then people were complaining that they weren't getting a remastered version when they downloaded it.
No, that was a different thing, I think, where I didn't know that either, that when you're getting something from Cerebus downloads, that's processed completely differently as remastered than book remastered.
Okay. I just wanted to double check, not that, all of a sudden 50 people are pounding at your door going, gimme, 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 and it's like, oh wait, we have to get Sean to make sure this is remastered.
I'm pretty sure it is. I think Sean has remastered everything. And we had a very generous patron who paid Sean to get everything over the goal line. So as far as I know, everything is ready to be printed as a remastered edition. It's just the business case for what we did last time, which was working with Waverly Press, where they did the hardcover, which was basically just the trade paperback with hardcovers put on it, and the silver stuff on the outside. That just doesn't work. I mean, it's a gorgeous book. There's no question about that. But haven't figured out a business case for Aardvark Vanaheim to make money in a 50-50 split with Waverly. It's not Waverly. It would be anybody that we were trying to do a 50-50 split with. Grandpa and his Aardvark comic book are thoroughly canceled. I forget who I was reading about in the Toronto Sun, and they say that there are toxic celebrities, and this was the first time that I saw somebody referred to as a radioactive celebrity, and I went, oh, okay, that's who Dave Sim is in the comic book field. I'm not toxic, I'm radioactive. So anything that I try and come up with, it's for a smaller and smaller and smaller clientele, and we haven't. We're moving along about 4 or 5 Kickstarters right now simultaneously, and it's really a matter of whichever one gets done first. That's the one that we're going to Kickstarter, and that'll be okay. Where are we now? It's November 2024, and the last Kickstarter I'm pretty sure was the manga one, and that was January. It's a whole new world. This is 10 months later, and even back then it was. Well, this was a pleasant surprise. Can 10 and what was that? I can't even remember what the title was called. The manga one.
Akimbo,
right? Akimbo, Can 10, and I went. Whatever it brought in, it was like 19,000 or something like that, and I went. I thought this was a Hail Mary pass. We'll say we're looking to get in 800. And we'll get in, like 4,000 or 5,000 or whatever, and that's it for Aardvark Vanaheim as a publisher. I'm just going to sell the artwork as slowly as I can, and that's what I'm going to make a living at. So that's it. That's as large an overview as I can give you of the whole situation, and as focused the view, as I can give you, Tony, on the Guys Remastered. And we will work on that. Since you're asking specifically about that, that'll be the first one that we work on to try and figure out, is this possible? Is there a business case for this?